And a good afternoon, baseball fans. We welcome you. Championship Monday here in the 2023 BCS qualifying tournament here in Fort Myers, Florida. My name is Chris Aller, doing the live play-by-play for you. And Perfect Game putting on another outstanding tournament here in Florida. What a week it's been. These guys started early. There were 27 that entered the tournament. We're down to the final two. The championship matchup against two great organizations, HR14 Club going against the Padres 15U Scout team. As they've got a three-man operating crew here. The umpires from Perfect Game doing a great job throughout the week. And we're ready to get some baseball underway. Two coaches, they'll shake hands, Coach Mo and Robont. Over on the Coach Robert on the HR14 side. Carrion shaking hands with all the teammates and the umpires. We are ready to play baseball. Championship day. It'll be a good one, folks. I promise you that. The best two are standing. You get this far in the tournament, well, it takes a lot, folks. Okay, just a sec. Yep. All right, somebody says the picture is out of focus. That is not good. Well, folks, we are ready to roll. Championship game here as Gustavo Melendez will take care of things here as we get things started off. Here in the championship matchup here in Fort Myers, Florida. Melendez ready to go. And the ball is low. And a 2-0 count to Gustavo. And we'll get your lineups here in a minute. Pitch on the way. And Melendez takes a strike called up the middle, and the count goes to 2-1. The pitcher of record, Esquerdo, and he'll take care of things on the hill. We'll get back to your defensive lineup. On the umpiring situation, Jose, the home plate umpire, Javier at first, and Carlos over on the third base side. The three gentlemen there taking care of business. And Gustavo ready to go. High fastball. He'll get on board with a walk. And Melendez gets on board. Stepping in, Jacob Lombard. And a strike in the low part of the zone, so Escudero works ahead in the count. The lefty, the count is 0-1 to Lombard. Good speed on wheels, of course, on the first base side. Lombard looks at another strike. The count is 0-2 as Gustavo Melendez over on the first base side with Coach Cameron Mabin talking to him over there. As Gustavo takes a couple of extras, as you can see. Escudero ready to deal, takes a long look at one. Pitch on the way. High fly ball. That ball's got some deep carry into the gap. All the way to the fence. A big route. There's no play there. And going around with Lombard to second. He's going to head to third in a triple. They're going to bring in Melendez, and he will score. So Jacob Lombard goes deep to right center and brings across Gustavo Melendez for the first run. So Lombard ends up with a trip and an RBI, and the Padres will score first. Stepping in, Jonathan Matos. Matos, the right-handed swinger for the club, does some catching, plays some first base. He's had a good campaign so far here. Matos will step in. Escudero, the pitcher of record, the left-hander. Good command. He can deal the plate. As Matos steps in, we're ready to go. And Matos to the right side takes a cut foul. Defense moves on it. First baseman down the line. Catching is Arroyo behind the plate for Escudero. Down on the first base side, Gonzalez. Over at second, Perez. On the third base side, you've got Hernandez. And that ball's low in the dirt as Lombard backs up to third. The count is 1-1. So 1-1 to Jonathan Matos. Over in the 4 spot, I mentioned Hernandez. In shortstop in the 6 spot, Bermudez. And we'll get your outfield in a minute. The 1-1 pitch. Matos, a high flyer. Center field should have a routine grab there. And they catch it. Lombard on the move. A long throw in. That will not be able to make the play at home, and Lombard will score. So Jacob Lombard on a long fly out by Matos. He'll get the RBI out of the deal. HR14 gets the out. Lombard will score. This 2-0 Padres here with 2 outs. Correction, 1 out. Stepping in, Yuldequis Quevedo. Quevedo's had a good few days as well, both on the defensive and offensive side for the Padres. Trying to continue his production here as we're early on. Top of the first in the championship matchup of the 2023 BCS qualifier. And Yuldequis lays off. Strike on the outside part of the plate. Jose, our head umpire, makes the call there. The count is 0-1. And the ball is up. Count goes even at 1-1. So a big cut for Yildekis. And the count goes to 1-2. Cordero working ahead. Ball gets away and a little dance at the plate as Quevedo gets out of the way of that one, and the count goes even at 2-2. Another 2-2 count. We're ready to go. Pitch on the way. And a big cut there, straight back. A lot of power in Quevedo's swing there. You could see that. And the count holds at 2-2 with one out. A lot of enthusiasm over in the dugout side of the Padres. Is ready to go. Pitch on the way. Ball's outside. The count goes full to Quevedo at 3-2. And a ball hit to the shortstop side. One hopper, a throw across the deck is in time. They'll turn the side over, but not before they strike. The Padres will pick up two. We'll head to the bottom of the half. So, correction, 2 outs. I want to change things quickly here. Really, I shouldn't, but nonetheless, we've got 2 down. And Trent Maben will step in. I'd like to thank the PG man behind the scenes, Tyler, doing his thing, keeping me in order. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you so much. So Maben steps in, looks at a strike up the middle. The count is 0-1. And a high fastball. Escudero comes upstairs, misses there. The count goes even at 1-1. And a strike called there. Escudero able to fill it up there, and the count goes to 1-2. And the ball's fouled off. No play there. And a well-hit ball, Maben. That's deep. The left fielder is playing back. And a good grab there. A good route to his left. He went deep to the left side and made the grab. They'll turn it over this time. And we'll head to the bottom of the first. The Padres striking. They bring 2 across. Stay with us, folks. The championship matchup of the 2023 BCS 16U qualifying tournament. So back to live action here as we get ready to start the bottom of the first inning. Give you the defensive set for the San Diego Padres. On the hill, Landon Schutte. Schutte, the right-handed hurler, he can bring some heavy heat. Over on the first base side, Jonathan Matos playing in the second base position. You'll have Kevin Bruno. Jacob Lombard over on third base. In the shortstop side, Gustavo Melendez. Out in left field, Corwin Allard will handle left. Center field, Trenton Maben rounding things out. Ildeke Escovedo out in right field. That's your defensive set. And we'll be ready to roll here in the bottom of the first. And the Padres, as I mentioned, striking early. Well, as promised, the best in the business arrived here this afternoon, Monday. We're pushing towards the 2 p.m. hour here in Florida. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast throughout the week. My name is Chris Allard. Have a pleasure of talking to Tyler, one of the scouts. Tyler with PG keeping the score and everybody behind the scenes making it happen. Schutte ready to deal. Fastball right there. One pitch, line drive to Melendez with one out. So a line shot, one pitch. That was Perez. Bermudez will step in the shortstop. One down. Bottom of the first. Breaking ball. Good-looking pitch there. Movement off the plate. And the count is 0-1. Fastball swung on, hit to the right side. As Bermudez takes a cut there, fouled it off. So Schutte will work ahead here at 0-2 on the two-hitter Bermudez with Costello, the center fielder, on deck in the 3-hole. Schutte shaking off here. Jose puts it in play. Fastball, swing and a miss. That'll do it, strike three. Cody Goff behind the dish. Puts the tag on just to make sure there. They lock it down. They put two on the books. Schutte goes back to back there with two down. Stepping in Costello, the center fielder. And a good pitch on the outside part of the plate. Schutte pumping some gas there. And the count is 0-1. And that ball gets away. The count goes even at 1-1. And a ball is low. So Landon slipping a little bit there, as you could see him shuffle a little bit off the mound in his stride. And the count is 2-1. And a ball's hit to Kevin Bruno. He'll handle that. A good grab and a clean glove there, and they'll turn the side. They go 1-2-3. Landon Schutte. He's got it working for him here today. We'll head to the top of two. San Diego Padres will get on the offensive side. Stay with us, folks. You're enjoying the championship match here in Fort Myers, Florida. We're at the Red Sox, former Red Sox, I should say, Player Development Center. They no longer work out here and train here, but it's used by Perfect Game and other baseball teams around Fort Myers area. Nice facility here this afternoon. High clouds, light breeze. You couldn't ask for better baseball weather yet. So stay with us, folks. We will be right back. Well, back to live action here. So far, the San Diego Padres, they were able to bring two across. Their last offensive at bat. We're ready to go top of two. Cody Goff in the box for the Padres. Cody, a switch hitter, can hit it from the right side or the left side of the box. Facing a lefty here, he decides to swing from the right side. Ready to go here. Right-handed hitter here in this particular at bat. Count is 2-0. And Cody hit to the shortstop. One-hander across the deck in time. A good grab by the shortstop. Well played there. Bermudez makes the play, and one out on the books. Stepping in, Corwin Allard. Allard hitting in the 7 spot here for the Padres. On deck, Enrico Carrion. And Allard takes a cut there, fouls it off. Ball's outside, fastball out missing. And the count goes even at 1-1. And Allard with the ball should drop in, and that's going to drop in for a single, so Allard gets on board. So stepping in, Enrico Carrion. Enrico does some catching for the club. Solid player, looking to get a knock here in the top of the second. Maven talking to Allard over there on the first base side. Decent lead to get started here. A left-handed pitcher, though, has got a direct line of sight across. Pitch on the way. And a ball. Good block out in front. And Arroyo takes care of that one. Carrion looks at a ball. The count is 1-0. Escudero from the stretch. A long look at one. And a strike on the outside part of the plate. Enrico thought it was a little high and out. And the strike was called. The count goes even at 1-1. And a ball hit to the left side. And a center fielder backing up. He'll make the grab. Allard will come back. So Enrico flies out. And they pick up their second out. Allard will step back to first base. Stepping in, Kevin Bruno. And Bruno to the left side. That's backing up. The left fielder making the move on it. Should be a routine grab, and the side is turned over. They'll strand one in Allard, and we'll head to the bottom half. Well, once again, hope you're enjoying your 2023 season. Off to a great start. To learn more about events around your area, go to perfectgame.org. You can learn what's happening baseball in your region as tournaments are well underway in the 2023 summer season. Of course, everything culminating towards the end of the year in August for some of the big events, the World Series events and the PGI Invitational, as well as many other showcase events that are taking place around the country. Learn more about what's happening there, go to perfectgame.org. Also learn more about what goes on with Perfect Game and Perfect Game giving back. Perfect Game Cares, doing some philanthropic work throughout communities in the country. Well, a great tournament Special thanks to everybody who's put it on, the umpires, perfect game. Everybody's doing an outstanding job. Jose, Javier, and Carlos taking care of business on the field. These three gentlemen doing their work this afternoon, a three-man crew. And again, it's been a great tournament here this weekend. So Landon Schutte will take a couple more tosses. Cody Goff behind the dish, catching for the club. He'll send it down to second base, and we should be good here in just a moment, ready to go. As I mentioned, Jose, our head umpire, Javier and Carlos work in the infield. So Goff sends it down. Melendez will grab it. Bruno will take it. He'll fire it to Lombard, and we'll turn it over to the man, Landon Schutte. Well, we head into the bottom half of the second inning here. And they'll go 4, 5, 6 here in the bottom half. Arroyo, the catcher, he'll step into the box to face Landon Schutte for the first time. The San Diego Padres 15U scout team leading HR14 2025, 2-0. Arroyo ready to go. Bottom 2. The count is 1-0. And a well-pitched ball there gets it through. A good cut for Arroyo. And he'll foul it back. The count will go even at 1-1. And a good-looking pitch. Schutte runs the fastball on the outer half of the plate. He locates there, and the count goes to 1-2 strikes. Arroyo locked back in. Pitch on the way. Fastball just missing. Actually looked like a slider. And the count goes even at 2-2. Schutte shakes off a couple of times. Goff, he's ready to go. The 2-2 pitch on the way. And up in the zone, a good cut there. And Schutte will run that through. They'll get their first K. So Schutte settling in comfortably here in the bottom of the second for the Padres, as Delgado will step in. Delgado comes in as the extra hitter for HR14. Coach Robert down on the third base side. And the ball's low in the zone. The count's 1-0. Fastball, pumps that through. Schutte puts some gas there and puts the pedal to the metal and goes even money here at a 1-1 count. So the batter Delgado, the 5-hitter. On deck for HR14, Vega. And another fastball, pumps it through. The count is 2 strikes. If you're just joining us live this afternoon, the championship matchup here. Final 2 standing. And the count goes to 2-2. Jose, our head umpire, gives us the official count at 2-2. Pitch on the way. Ball's outside. So Schutte takes Delgado to a full count here at 3-2. And a strike on the inside part of the plate. Strike 3 call. Delgado took a look back at the head umpire like, what? That doesn't get much better there. He's picking the black there on the inside part of the plate. And Schutte will put another K on the books. Stepping in, the right fielder, the 6-hitter, number 14, Vega. And a strike on the outside part of the plate. Schutte will work ahead in the count at 0-1. And another pitch on the outside part of the plate. Schutte locating here. The count goes to 0-2 with 2 outs on the books. High fastball, strike 3, Schutte. Man, he's working hard out there. He's pumping some heavy gas as he walks off. And they go 3 up, 3 down. Schutte taking care of business. We'll head to the top of the 3rd. The San Diego Padres 15U Scout team leading this one 2-0 over HR14 2025. My name's Chris Allard. It's been a good one so far. We hope you've enjoyed it. Stay with us. We will be right back. Well, to start things off here, we're ready to roll here in the top of the 3rd with Gustavo Melendez back to the top of the order for the Padres. And Gustavo ready to go. Jose makes sure his men are lined up. He's got Javier and Carlos on the infield. Jose will put it in play. We are ready to go here in the top of 3. And Gustavo hits it, pulls it foul to the right side. And the count is 0-1. So Melendez will step back in here. And good curveball there. Escudero brings it back even. The count is 1-1. And Gustavo takes a cut. Ball's fouling out of play. The count is 1-2. As Melendez will step back in. Ball is up. Melendez gets it back to a 2-2 count. Ball's outside. That gets away. And the count goes full at 3-2. Royal reached out and up. Ball skimmed off the tip of his glove. And the 3-2 pitch on the way. And a slow roller, first base side. Good speed. He could get there in time, and Melendez dives in with good wheels and good speed down the line. Pays off for Melendez. He gets on board. So Melendez gets down 90 feet swiftly and dives in safe, and he's on board for Jacob Lombard. So Lombard will step in with Melendez over on the first base side. Coach Maben working over there for the club. Melendez with good speed. Escudero has a good view there. Runner on the move, swing there, no play out of the box, and Lombard took a cut. And Arroyo came out quickly, just couldn't get a grip on the ball, and by the time he did, Melendez was well into second base and 90 feet further up. The count is 0-1. Time is called. Arroyo heads out to the mound. He wants to talk to his pitcher, Escudero. So Lombard steps back in. Escudero works from the stretch, and Melendez at second. Second baseman just off the bag there. He ranges up and rolls off. Ball in the inner half, low on the inside, and the count goes even at 1-1. And Lombard takes a cut. Coach Mo showing and demonstrating his hands are still very effective. Foul ball. Counts 1-2 to Lombard. Coach Mo having a laugh with his guys there, and locked back in for Lombard at 1-2. Ball swung on to the right side, and that ball is foul. So Lombard will reload, as well as Escudero. And the 1-2 count holds here in the top of the third inning. Padres leading this one 2-0. No outs. Escudero steps off for a moment. He'll reset. Lombard steps back in. Second baseman literally on the bag. Probably some concerns about Melendez. He's got good wheels. Ball's pulled foul to the left side. And a high flyer. Left fielder, center fielder backing up under the ball, makes the grab, and Melendez is on his way to third. He'll tag up and end up at third base on the flyout. So one out on the books for the batter, Jonathan Matos. Jose will clean things up at home plate. And an opportunity for Matos here in the top of the third. Ball's outside. The count's 1-0. And fastball is up and out. And Matos lays off there. The count is 2-0. As Jonathan steps back in, and the 2-0 pitch on the way with Melendez at third. Big cut on the outside. Matos takes a big swing there. Escudero runs it through on the outer half and gets a strike. The count is 2-1. And a ball pulled foul to the left side. Melendez had to drop down there. He was up the line a little bit. Didn't want to get tagged by that ball. And the count goes to 2-2. And again, Matos pulls it foul. He's on it. And is pulling the ball foul to the left side. He'll hold it a 2-2 count with 1 out. The Padres would like to execute here and bring across 1. On the other hand, HR14 would like to get an out of the deal with a runner at third. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Matos, well hit ball. That'll score. Jonathan gets on with an RBI single. So Matos taking care of business with a 2-2 count. It's a solid knock. And he'll bring across his teammate Gustavo Melendez. The Padres pick up the third here in the top of the third. And the batter you'll deck is Quevedo. So Quevedo will come in with Matos at first. Gonzalez, the first baseman, will hold Matos on. Escudero's got a clean look. The ball's outside for ball 1. And the ball's up. Escudero back to back. The count is 2-0. Temperatures really aren't too bad here, considering we've had some pretty intense heat. The high clouds cooling things off a little bit. But a long week of baseball for all these gentlemen here as Escudero gets ready to deal the 2-0 pitch. And a good ball down the left side. The ball's fair, a long throw. And a good defensive grab on the third base side. So Hernandez goes to his right quickly as Quevedo ripped that ball and was able to make a long throw. So 2 outs. Stepping in, Trenton Maben. 2 down. Matos moved up 90 feet to second on the play. And Trenton takes a cut there. And the count is 0-1. Maben with a well-hit ball down the third base side. He pulls it foul. Like to straighten that out a little bit. And the count is 0-2. So Trenton pulls the trigger, had a good idea down the third base side with Matos at second. Escudero works ahead here, though, and the count is 0-2 with 2 outs in the top of the third. from the stretch. The 0-2 pitch. And Maben, a good hit ball, and that'll do it. That'll bring Matos a long throw from left field. They're going to bring it in. There'll be no play at home, and Matos will score. So Matos brings it home for the single and the RBI for Trent Maben. So Trenton gets on board, and he'll bring up Cody Goff. Cody Goff will step in. Goff will hit from a right-handed batter here side. And a baseball bat of Maben ended up over on the other side. Cody reels that one in for the club. A little teamwork. Allard will pick it up. He's on deck. So Goff ready to go. And Goff takes a shot. That'll get over there on the right side and get on board. And everybody checks up. Maben, rounding two, had to put the brakes on. He shut it down and ends up at second. And Goff gets on with a single. Time is called. Coach Roberts going to head out to the mound. Runners at first and second. So 4-0 for the Padres. And Allard's going to step in with 2 outs. Allard hitting in the 7 spot. Goff. Runners at first and second. Maben over at second. And a high fastball missing. The count is 1-0. Allard steps back in. Padres runners at first and second. Ball is up. Throw back to 1. They could have a play. It's a broken play there, and Maben ends up at third. And he looked like he was going to get dive, and then he sort of shut it down. And he's laughing there. He ended up at third, but Allard looks at a ball. Count is 2-0. And Allard with a cut there. And the count is 2-1. Runners at the corners for the Padres. Throw back to first. And a ball outside. Allard laying off there, and the count goes to 3-1. Allard disciplined at the plate here, looking for something with an opportunity with Maben at third. Runners at the corners. And Allard with a big cut on the outside. Count is 3-2. And Allard, that'll be the first base side, and he'll get down there quickly. And Allard diving in, hustling down the line. Well, they'll turn it over, but they pick one up. We'll head to the bottom half. And the San Diego Padres 15U scout team leading this one 4-0 over HR14 2025. Landon Schutte will stay on the bump. He'll come back out. We'll be good to go here. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. So Cody Goff fires it down to second base, and we'll be ready to get things started here in the bottom of the third inning with the Padres scout team leading this one 4-0. Jose, the head umpire, taking care of business at home plate, so you get a good line of sight. And to start things off here, will be Morales, the left fielder. Morales, a left-handed hitter, will face Schutte for the first time. Cody Goff has a couple of words with his man on the hill. And the defensive side of things, we're ready to roll here. So Morales steps in, facing Schutte for the first time. And Schutte right up the middle. He'll start out with a strike. The count is 0-1. And upstairs he goes. That ball's up and out. Out of the zone there. The count goes even at 1-1. Landon shakes it off, sees what he likes, ready to go. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Ball's outside. Morales steps back in and takes a cut there, swing and a miss. The count goes even at 2-2. Morales hits in the 7th spot. They go 7, 8, 9 here in the bottom half of the third. And a ball to the second base side. Kevin Bruno with a good glove there and a great play. And Matos with a sweet pick. And an excellent glove on both of those gentlemen as they get the out recorded. They pick up their first out here in the bottom half. And a ball's hit to the first base side. That gets through. No play. Just outside of the reach and glove of Matos. They'll bring it in. Backing up is Quevedo over on the right side. So they get a man on. Hernandez, the 9 hitter, will step in. Schutte will work from the stretch. Defense is ranged up. Matos holding the runner on over on the first base side. Pitch on the way. Ball's fouled straight back. Count is 0-1. So Goff keeps that out. The count is 1-1 with one out. Schutte takes a look over on the first base side to Matos. The 1-1 pitch. All swung on, fouled straight back. The count is a ball and 2 strikes. A 1-2 pitch. Ball's pulled foul to the left side, out of play. Runner, no go there, high flyer. Defense backing up. Maben on the move underneath, he'll make the grab. Runner will come back to first. So Trenton Maben gets the fly out at center. They've got 2 down on the books. Shallow hit, could drop in. And there's no play there. Melendez released, and Maben tried to come in from center. And they get another man on. They've got 2 runners on here. With 2 outs, runners at first and second for HR14. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Cody Goff making a visit out to Schutte. Oh, it's been a long couple of days here, and we finally wrapped it up here. Down to the final 2 teams at Championship Monday here in the 16U division of the 2023 BCS Perfect Game Qualifying Tournament. As we're ready to go here, and the batter stepping in, Perez, with 2 outs. Fastball, cut foul right into the glove of Goff. And the count is 0-1. And a high fly ball in the infield. Goff looking around. Schutte making a move. They're going to be there. And Goff came out quickly. Schutte thought he might have had a play on it as Cody came out and was trying to locate. Schutte had it from the beginning off the mound, but no play there. They'll work ahead, though. We'll get the 0-2 count here on Perez. So 0-2, Perez will step back in. Judy takes a look, gets the call. Pitch on the way, high fastball. He let that one fly, you could hear it. A little snap in the glove on Cody Goff. Ball and 2 strikes. Look at second. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. That'll do it right there. Goff handled it. No drop 3 there. So Cody squeezes it there and gets the out. They turn it over. Schutte gets the K. And the Padres will go on the offensive side. We're through 3 complete frames here. The 2023 BCS Championship matchup here, the qualifying tournament in Fort Myers, Florida. My name is Chris Allard. Hope you'd enjoyed the broadcast throughout the week and the last couple of days. Some great baseball being played, and 27 started here in this division. We're down to the final 2. Well, the Padres will get on the offensive side. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. So a pitching change for HR14. Luis Bermudez playing shortstop for the club. He's going to take over on the hill. He takes over for Escudero, who was able to get through 3 complete. And Bermudez will take over. Throw down to second, and we'll be ready to roll here in the top of the 4th inning. Well, before we get started, I'd like to thank everybody behind the scenes with Perfect Game, making things happen throughout the entire tournament. A lot of work goes into these events. And what you see is the output of that hard work with the scorekeepers and field crew, as umpires, the directors, everybody taking care of business, the scouts doing a fine job for Perfect Game to make these events come off smoothly week in and week out throughout the Perfect Game world. And I'd like to thank everybody behind the scenes that make it happen. Well, we're ready to go. Enrico Carrion ready to go here. Get things started in the top of the 4th. Jose will put it in play. Bermudez ready to go. And a big cut on the outside. Count is 0-1. And that ball gets away. Right to the fence line. The count goes even at 1-1. Kevin Bruno helping out there as that ball bounced back off the fence. Enrico steps back in. Bermudo getting away from that one. And the count goes to 2-1. And the ball's fouled back. Count goes even at 2-2. And swing and a miss on the outside. Will tag up there. And it'll strike out. So Bermudez will record a K there as Kevin Bruno will step in. Bruno hits in the 9 spot. On deck, Gustavo Melendez. Bruno looks at ball 1. The count's 1-0. Bruno takes a cut there. The ball's shallow. Shortstop backing up. And a fly out to the shortstop side. Two outs on the books. Time is called. Bermudez coming in tight. Melendez looks out to the pitcher. Kind of throws him a smile like, wait a minute, you're coming in a little tight here. Curveball in for the strike. The count's 2-1. And that gets up and out. 3-1 count to Melendez. With Jacob Lombard on deck. 2 outs here in the top of 4. And a strike call. Count is 3-2. And Melendez takes a cut foul to the left side and out of play. So Melendez locked into a 3-2 count. And a well-hit ball. That could get into the gap. Center fielder's making a move on it. No play there. To the fence it goes. Melendez may round 2. He's going to head to 3. And they'll cut it, but there'll be no play at third base. Melendez gets in with a triple. So Melendez gets to third base for the batter Jacob Lombard with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Lombard looking to get something here for his team with Melendez at third. And a ball pulled foul down the third base side. That ball was right on the line, and good idea for Lombard. And the count is 0-1.